I don't know what I'm saying right now, but I just hope the stains on the rug are there, because that's just like, they need to have that. Like, you're not a legit hobby shop if you don't have stains all over the floor. Like, what are you doing? Like, you need nerds to just, drop soda everywhere, and like, I mean, it makes sense. It has to be there, or else it's not legit. So hopefully they did not clean the rug, and we'll definitely get that on film as well. We'll have an update on that. So hopefully the rug isn't clean. Hopefully they have a lot of cool stuff, and we'll see what it looks like. So I will see you guys over at Toywiz. Why does anyone watch this channel? I literally talk about the stupidest shit ever. Whatever. Century Mad Collector here, back again with another video. It's a hunt video, and it's the 4th of July. It's a 4th of July hunt video extravaganza. I hope everyone is enjoying and is going to enjoy the long 4th of July weekend with their family and friends and loved ones responsibly. I know I will be. I know what I will also be doing is going on toy hunts, and we're going to do that right now. So my buddy, not too long ago, a few days ago, last week, recently, my buddy Joe Collects. You saw him in one of my last hunt videos. He recently visited one of our favorite hobby shops. I actually filmed in there. I think it was my first hunt video. So a link to that video will be in the description below. He recently was at one of our favorite hobby shops right across the river called Toywiz. And he said it's completely renovated. It looks totally different. So I haven't been there since I filmed in there, and that was the last time I was filming in there for this channel was several months ago. It was pre-pandemic. I mean, it was, I don't even know, man. That was maybe back in February, or it was very early on. It was a while ago, beginning of this year. So apparently that's totally different now. It looks totally different now in there, and we're long overdue anyway for a trip there. So we're gonna go check that place out. And right in that shopping center, there's also a GameStop and a Target. GameStop, I'm looking for, my GameStop app is blowing up telling me to go buy Venom Marvel Legends. I refuse, because I want to buy it out in the wild. Hopefully I don't screw myself with that and he's still in production while I'm out searching for him and I can find him. And I don't have to wind up paying aftermarket price for him at some point. So we'll see about that. So we're looking to hunt that down. And Target, the ever elusive Crossbones, super rare fucking Marvel Legend that I can't seem to find. We're gonna try to find him. What else? Oh, I don't think the NECA turtles are shipping yet. At least they're not here. So we'll check for them anyway, obviously, and see what other Marvel Legends as well that Target has. So that will be Target and whatever else I guess Target has, but we're looking for Marvel Legends and potentially NECA Turtles at Target and Walmart. Definitely can't forget about Walmart. We're going to continue to hit Walmart because, as I've stated in a bunch of these hunt videos, Walmart this year has just about every toy exclusive I'm looking for. So Casey and Raph, Disguised Raph, NECA TMNT 2-pack. That is now out. We're going to try to find that at Walmart. Masters of the WWE Universe, Wave 3. We just completed Wave 2, which I never thought I'd do out in the wild. So we just completed that. Now Wave 3 is out, so we'll be on the lookout for that. And by the way, the Rattlesnake Mountain ring, they also came out with a new ring, which I pre-ordered online. I'm not fucking around with that. That's you're getting Stone Cold Steve Austin and Hulk Hogan and a ring all in one shot. One package deal. I'm not messing with that at all. I pre-ordered that shit, so I will have that. That's in September though. Finding that out in the wild seems like it's just not going to happen. I have not seen the first ring at Walmart's with the exclusive figs. I've seen the ring itself, but not the one with with Triple H and John Cena. I had to order that online, so pre-ordered that. But that's neither here nor there. But Masters of the WWE Universe Wave 3, KC and Disguise Wrath TMNT NECA 2-pack, and Kenner Classics Ghostbusters also we are looking for, which seems impossible to get. But that's what we will be looking at, what we will be on the hunt for at Walmart. And that's it. So I think that's plenty. I think that's enough. So why don't we get started now? I'm going to head over right across the bridge over to Toywiz. And I'm very curious to see what they have. I'm very curious to see what the layout looks like. I'm really hoping, I'm praying, I just really wish upon a star that the coffee stains or whatever those mysterious, crazy, deep-rooted carpet stains are, whatever they consist of. I just hope they're there. It's just, it's very endearing. It makes me feel at home. Not that I have coffee stains all over I don't even have a rug in my house. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but I just hope the stains on the rug are there, because that's just, like, they need to have that. Like, you're not a legit hobby shop if you don't have stains all over the floor. Like, what are you doing? Like, you need nerds to just, you know, drop soda everywhere, and, like, I mean, you know, it makes sense. It has to be there, or else it's not legit. So hopefully they did not clean the rug, and we'll definitely get that on film as well. We'll have an update on that. So hopefully the rug isn't clean. Hopefully they have a lot of cool stuff, and we'll see what it looks like. So I will see you guys over at Toywiz. Why does anyone watch this channel? I literally talk about the stupidest shit ever. Whatever. here with my buddy Gil, right? We're about to scan this. What is this? We can't find it. So this was, I took a page out of Rocco the Great's book, checking underneath the shelves, and the first shelf that we checked, we found this thing.
That's crazy, man.
Can't scan it. It's going for like, what, over $100 on eBay, $130 on eBay. Like, what the fuck? So let's see how much it is when we go check out. I honestly cannot believe.
Maybe you could just give them a price.
Yeah, right? I don't know. Let's see. All right, so we're outside of GameStop. Deliciosa pizza. Here with my buddy Joe and Gil, buddies.
Don't mind me.
So here we go. This thing, put this in perspective. See the back of this. Look at the back of this shit. This thing has been sitting on a Target floor for what? At least how many years? At least a year.
At least a year minimum.
So it's the Hulk and Hulkbuster 10 Years Legends 2-pack. This thing, so we go to check out, right? I go find it underneath the underneath one of the shelves. First try, Rocco the Great, thank you. Got the tip from one of his videos. And we go to check out on this thing. And it was what? Took us about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
How long did that take us? 30 minutes to figure out. We try to cash out with the cashier. She couldn't find the price for it, obviously. We go to exchange and returns, and it took a good 30 minutes. They almost didn't sell it to us.
Yep.
We wound up getting it for, after tax, 18 bucks.
18 bucks.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, let's check GameStop. man, what a hunt this turned out to be. A very heavy Ghostbusters hunt, which I am very pleased with. Got way more than I bargained for there. But I guess, before we get into all of this, I think going over some key highlights of this hunting trip is worthwhile. So, what is not worthwhile was the GameStop trip that we made. I didn't even bother, it didn't even make this video. I mean, there was literally nothing there. Talked to the store manager. They haven't had any new stock since the pandemic, at least the GameStop that I stopped at, no pun intended. So they had nothing. However, Target, I mean, if you guys, made it through the whole video or maybe saw my Instagram and saw a quick teaser pic of this video, the teaser was of not showing exactly what I found, but on the way to showing what I found underneath a shelf at Target. Underneath a shelf at Target. So, you know what, why don't we start with that, and we'll get into everything else. Gotta start with that. So, we go to Target, we're looking for Marvel Legends. I found the whole Hasbro Ghostbuster wave, that I needed. We'll get into that in a sec. Check NECA, nothing, not even worth putting on this video, what I have for NECA, literally nothing there. On the way out, I was like, let me go check, and it was, the music's over it because, people walking by and everything else, but as I go down to check this shelf, I was like, on our way out, we walked back through the Marvel Legends part of the toys, part of the toy section, and I'm like, I told the guys, I'm like, this toy hunter, Rocco the Great, on YouTube, I just saw one of his videos where he was opening up, literally lifting up the bottoms of the shelves in Target. So where that little lip is, just lifts it right up and is looking underneath to see if anything's there. And he found I think it was like a Spider-Man, symbiote Spider-Man, Marvel Legends, probably from 2005. It was old. It was the old Hasbro packaging, clamshell, all that. Crazy how long that's been there. Must have been there for, literally could have been there for like a decade or something. Crazy, crazy. Such a cool thing to see and capture on film. So I was like, next time I go to Target, I'm definitely gonna try this. Tried it at Walmart, but the shelves are locked there. But man, so I go to lift. Honestly, I was like, I tell my buddies exactly what I'm telling you guys now. I'm like, this dude Rocco just fucking lifted up at the bottom of a shelf and finds this old school Marvel Legend. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, might as well check, right? Why not? So as I'm going down, dipping down, as you guys saw, I lifted it right up. I'm just like, we're looking at it, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, there's garbage and other shit around. I'm like, something you would expect to see, nonsense. I'm just like, dude, I think this is fucking something. There's a 2-pack Marvel Legends 2-pack in there. One of the 10 years ones. I'm like, dude, I think this is something. At first glance, I was like, no fucking way. I go to pick it up, and it's been there for so long. So why don't we take a look at this? Let me put it's fine. Let me put this stuff off to the side for now. I go to pick it up. I couldn't get it. I don't know if you saw me struggling a little bit in the video. I could not get it off the ground. I had to peel it off the ground. So it's been there for that long. I had to be here for at least, I don't know, a year or something like that. So check this out. This is the Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron, Avengers, Marvel Studios, first 10 years. Hulk and Hulkbuster 2-pack. Found underneath, not on top of, not next to, not on a peg or anything like that. Underneath a fucking shelf. With garbage. Underneath a shelf. So someone must have put this there, saving it for a rainy day, whatever. Forgot about it, didn't come back. Maybe it was a Target employee, got fired, never came back, who knows. But this is what I found underneath a shelf. So if you didn't check this out, if you didn't happen to see it, if somehow fast forwarded through this video and missed this part, I would just recommend going back and seeing it, because how often, I don't know, do you see it that often? I don't, in hunt videos. And so the back of this, let me show you the back of this. This is where literally having to peel it off the ground. So This is not a plant, you know, this is not a fucking work. This is real. This honestly happened. Just look at the back of this thing. Look at that. Sitting there forever. So we find this, right? We go to check out. I got this. I got the Ghostbusters, Hasbro Ghostbusters. Go to the cashier. Rings up the Ghostbusters just fine. And this guy, nothing, obviously. Couldn't find a DPCI, couldn't ring it up. There's no price, you know, we don't have this in inventory. Okay, we know that. They send me over to exchanges and refunds. And I was working with someone there. This was like getting out of Target, trying to check out and cash out of Target was like a 30 to 40 minute ordeal just to get this thing. Go over to exchanges and refunds. The first individual I speak to says, you know, after maybe like 15 or 20 minutes or so of trying to figure this out, she almost wasn't gonna sell it to me. She's like, I can't sell this to you. It's not in inventory anywhere. I can't find a price for it anywhere. We're gonna have to sell it back to the seller, which we know you're not doing that. So I was like, respectfully, I was just like, well, you know, I was like, okay. I was like, I appreciate your effort. Can I speak to a manager or someone else? So she winds up just like, this person just wound up speaking to the person to the right of her or left of her. And I spoke to another nice lady, and she was like, oh, let me check it out. Let me see what I can do. So she goes, she spends like 20 minutes, calls over someone else to try and check it out. They're looking at prices. They're trying to figure this out. At first, the cashier tried to ring it up for like $24.99. Couldn't do that. Would have taken it for that. So then we talked to one person at exchanges and refunds. She wasn't even going to sell it to me. And then I speak to the third person, third time's a charm. And between this person and another person, 40 minutes later, they were able to ring this up. They're like, oh, would you like it for $16.99? $18.09 plus, that's with tax. I was just like, 18 bucks. So this thing, which I'm not even sure what this retails for, but there's no chance this retailed for $18. Most likely a clearance price. Who the hell knows? I don't care, I'll take it. But this thing is probably, I don't know, when it came out, what, 40 bucks, maybe 50 bucks? I don't know. At least $29.99, at least, when it first came out. I got it for 18 bucks. $18. On eBay, I don't even know, it's going for like over 100 bucks, 130, 100, I don't know. Loose, they're still going close to 100. So such a cool find, something that I definitely, the first time I tried that was today. I actually saw Rocco's video. A link to his channel and his Instagram will be in the description below. Check him out, he does everything, you know, toy hunts, dioramas, customs, toy reviews, all of it. Cool guy, super cool guy. And I saw the video of him trying this at Target. I'm like, fuck it, why not? I mean, I'm like, shit, how did I not think of doing that? Like, I, you know, think of weird things like that normally. Why didn't I think of doing this? So, very, very cool. Pro tip for sure. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Worked out. So far, it was 1 for 1. Literally the first shelf I go to check. None of the other shelves had anything. Literally the first shelf I check, we get this. So, very, very cool. Here's the all sides of the box again, so you can see how weathered it is. Crazy. Shit is disgusting. Look at that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, you know, for me, this was easily the highlight. And this was I had a lot of highlights, I feel like, for this hunt. I got a lot of things that I wanted, but this easily was the highlight. So, Marvel Studios, first 10 years, Hulk and Hulkbuster, Age of Ultron, Avengers 2-pack, 18 bucks. Walked out of it with 18 bucks, so can't complain. So that's disgusting. I don't want to keep it on my table. And now, go over there somewhere. All right. So that was that. Crazy. What else we got at Target? So also found at Target. I wound up. I don't know if I mentioned it in the beginning of this video or not. but I wound up finding and going in on, no I didn't, I mentioned it on my Instagram when I found Ray Stantz, because that's what I decided to show, but at the time. But I decided to go in on the Hasbro Ghostbusters line. I was on the fence. I love me some Ghostbusters. I have the SDCC, actually almost a year ago to date, SDCC 2019 Diamond Select Ghostbusters, love those. I actually don't have the Diamond Select, the regular Ghostbusters. I don't have the Mezco ones either. These kind of remind me a little bit of the Mezco ones, but in certain ways, not quality-wise or whatever, but the style, the paint apps, like the actual color applications that they decided to use compared to the Diamond Select ones, which are more movie accurate and aren't very articulate. Don't really have, Diamond Select doesn't really have great posability, you know. The Proton Pack I feel like doesn't, and the gun doesn't really sit well at all on their backs. There are certain things that I do feel like are more accurate and maybe have better likeness in certain ways on the Diamond Select head portraits than some of these Ghostbusters. But with that said, I do actually think, I don't know, some people have mixed reviews on on these Ghostbusters on their likeness to you know, Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray and everything. I actually think these are really nice. So they're younger versions of these guys. I think for the most part they're accurate. Yeah, I think, you know, maybe hair-wise could have a receding hairline. Venkman maybe a little more, even you know, Ray Stantz, but Dan Aykroyd. But I really like the warm skin tones used, and I think like a lot of the other, I think the facial features there's really good detail, especially for these are like 5.5-inch scale figures. I think there's really good detail on the head portraits and even the sculpts throughout. The sculpt throughout on these are really nice, but the articulation I think really got me because seeing all of these, you know, posed together, I think are going to look really good. And I'm excited to see. I wanted to build a Terror Dog, and I'm excited to see, you know, what else comes out, what the next, you know, wave is going to be. So I decided to pull the trigger on them. They were at the my Target close by that I checked out like a week or so ago. Passed on them. Found them again today, and yeah, so we picked some up. We picked up the entire wave. They had the entire wave. I don't really see many Spengler or Zedmores, but thankfully I had one of each of them. Ray and Venkman, it looks like you can, I don't know, I seem to find those, see those more often. And Dana Barrett, definitely not. So I mean, like and even Gozer too, so. Very happy with this line, taking a look at it right now. The Ray Stantz, so like when I go to buy these figures, I check to see, I'm crazy, you know, to see what the paint apps look like on the figures. So these are coming out of box, so I don't really care much about the box. But I didn't find a good Ray at Target. There were imperfections on his face and on his name badge that I didn't like, so luckily I was able to find one at Walmart that I liked, so I grabbed him there. But got the rest of the wave, Hasbro Ghostbusters wave, at Target, the same place I found that little hidden gem, Marvel Legends. So we'll start with Venkman. And these are nice, man. These are nice. And actually the card backs inside, if you wanted to open them up and display them, you know, as a background, I think you could do that. Boxes look the same. They just, you know, highlight whoever it is, whatever character, you know, you bought. You can see the Terror Dog there. Very cool Build-A-Figure wave, for sure. Never can have enough of them. So that's Venkman. Let me see if I can get you close up a little bit. There's his face. Don't mind the glare. It's Peter Venkman. Yeah, I feel like Egon, this might be the best one out of all of them, likeness, as far as likeness goes. Egon Spengler looks really good. I think the sculpt on these guys are really good. They're really nice. And I like the 5.5-inch scale, so you're talking to an old school, you know, toy collector, that's my favorite scale as far as action figures go. So Gozer actually looks really good too. Put this on a riser or something. Have her in the background. You got the dog head. It's just a very cool wave, man. I think this is a great wave. Same old box art. So, you know, yeah, it's the whole wave. Dana Barrett looks good too. You got Winston Zedmore. He probably, if I had to pick one guy with the worst likeness out of all of them, it's either him or Venkman. Might be Winston though, honestly. Even though I mean, it looks good to me though. Yeah. Dana Barrett. And that's it for Target. So let me put this stuff back. Lord knows that Boxville doesn't need any more discombobulation or disorganization. So let's see. Phone's in low power mode. Gotta love that. Yes, so that is that. On to, which should we do now? We'll do Walmart. On to Walmart. So Walmart, I wound up finding they had 3 ray stands. And this one definitely had the best paint apps out of all of the rays that I've seen. So there's Ray. Looking good. Looking like a young Dan Aykroyd, I'd say. How did I know? All right, that's Ray. And we found a Masters of the Universe, Masters of the WWE Universe. Terrible fucking name of a toy line. Masters of the WWE Universe, Wave 1 figure. I actually have this, but I got it from my man Mahastel Toy. Great deal. You know, the best aftermarket deal you could possibly ask for. I think I paid like 25, maybe 30, I don't know, 25 or 30 for them. But I found them for retail, so now I have 2. You don't really see them too often anyway, so I picked another one up, why not? Why the hell not? Finn Balor. Really great looking figure. I love the retro version of him too. So we're on wave 3 now, so finding this wave 1 out in the wild was a nice little snag. And I did not. This is another huge surprise. Walking into Walmart, turning that corner, and just seeing these deluxe-sized card backs. I'm shocked. But we have Kenner Classics, Ghostbusters. We found a couple. I cannot believe we found a couple. We have Winston Zedmore. So happy that I found these. I can't believe that I found these. It's at the Walmart that I showed you guys in my last hunt video. I'll put a link to that one in the description below as well. Crazy. So we have him. Looks amazing in person. I love the old school card art here, man. And this is actually, there's a little vein stress here, not that it matters. So there are like, I don't even know, at least 3 card variations of these. You have this, which there's, you know, no saying at all on the top. You have the Who You Gonna Call, which I think was the, I don't know if that, I think that was the original card that was gonna happen in like, I don't know, I don't think that there were, Hasbro had the rights to that saying, so that card went away, and then you have these, and then I think there's like a European version too. There might even be one more, I don't know, it's all fucked up. But I'm opening these, so it doesn't really matter. I'm happy to find these at retail. If I do find the one with the who you gonna call at the top, I'm going to keep those on card. So one of those rare scenarios where I do that. So one more time, these are super duper awesome. I mean, like, these are just like the old school style figures are my favorite. And these are just spot on. I am so psyched about these. I mean, this is arguably my favorite toy line out right now. Easily one of them. So here's the back. I found Stay Puft online. I did not buy him, but I was able to get him. I could have gotten him online. However, I ran into like a random toy dude at Walmart, actually super helpful at this one. Just comes up to me, he sees me holding these Ghostbusters, and he's like, oh. And he heard me talking to my buddies, he's like, oh, what's this? You like Ghostbusters? And yeah, he's like, oh, which ones are those? And he just takes his gun out and he like scans the back of them. I'm like, yeah. He's like, says I have 10 of these. And I was like, dude, really? He's like, oh, clearly not 10. And I'm like, oh, I thought you meant the back. But he said that he had 14 come in on July 4th. And I was not at that Walmart on July 4th, so thought about going, but didn't go. But he did say that there's going to be another shipment coming in on the 10th. So I'm gonna go on the 8th. So I'm gonna go on the 9th to see what they have. I'm gonna film that one in a separate video and hopefully get lucky. Dare I say get the rest of this wave? I don't know, but at least maybe snag. I would be happy to snag even just one more. Pick these off when I can. Here's Ray, looking awesome. My buddy Joe Collects found Peter Venkman at a different Walmart a couple weeks ago. Told him he should keep that. He wants to give it to me because he's generous like that, but I want him to keep that, and I want to find these myself, So yeah, guys, I mean, like these figures were the figures that, on this toy hunt, that I was really hoping to get. Not these two in particular, but like this line, I should say. I was hoping to get at least like one of them. So we got two, major success that we have these. And lastly, but not least, we took a visit to Toywiz. And me showing you this stuff is not in any particular order. So we took a visit to Toywiz, particular order for like how we went and hunted around and whatever. So we went to Toywiz, completely different. I'm gonna put a link to my first ever toy hunt video, which has featuring Toywiz in it, in the description below. If you guys watch that, you'll see vastly different than what it is now. They have a whole lot more stock and merch now out on the floor. The fucking rug, the soda-stained nerd rug is gone. I'm so upset. But the place looks really good. We got to see a lot of cool stuff in there. Actually, we got to see a whole lot of really cool Dragon Ball statues and figures, Hot Toys, NECA, Lucy Hot Toys. Actually, I don't know about Lucy Hot Toys, but Lucy NECA, Lucy Funko, Lucy Dragon Ball, and all of that stuff boxed up too. Funko boxed up, you know, NECA in box on card, some cool Doom Slayer figures, Marvel Legends, obviously the usual stuff with that. We did see Crossbones. I didn't feel like paying a little markup for it, not just yet, for $26.99 plus tax. I'll take my chances and find him out in the wild. But we did see him for the first time out somewhere. And they have the best Marvel selection, I think, in the area. So almost pulled the trigger on that Juggernaut, even though I really like I'm a Legends guy, really, at this point in my collecting career. I'm definitely a Legends collector first. However, I do think that there are very cool Marvel Select figures out there that could really scale well with Legends. And this guy's been on my radar for a while. Looking mint, crystal clear clamshell, not that it matters because he's coming out, but in my opinion, this is the best Abomination on the market. No matter what toy line you're talking about or toy maker. I love this abomination. He stands the test of time for sure. The sculpt on this guy is amazing. He's probably, I mean, I could probably, since I can't get to a gym, I might do like a light bicep workout with him. Abomination. Had to pull the trigger. You know, got him for retail, really good price. You know, 32 bucks. Can't go wrong with that. And like I said, he's been really on my radar for a very long time. I had a pretty big select collection at one point, but decided to go in a different direction. I like mixing and matching based on scales, and he's going to fit in perfectly with my legends, I think. So very happy to get him. And that is it, guys. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're getting closer and closer each day to 250 subs and 250 subs on this channel and 1,000 followers on Instagram. So whichever one comes first, we're going to do that giveaway. I'm going to do, I think it's going to be a glow giveaway. We're going to do a Masters of the Universe transforming He-Man and an old school figure, Flame Glow Blaze figure. They're going to be a 2-for-1. So whoever wins gets both of those figures. Nice little, I think, 250 subscriber giveaway or follower giveaway. You know, based on what hits first. You know, on our way to 500 and 1,000 subs on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna hit Walmart again. I should be, unless you know any unforeseen things happen later this week to check back up on the Kenner Classics Ghostbusters based on the intel that I received today. And that's it. I have a haul video that should be coming out soon as well. So be on the lookout. You know, this channel's got, you know, the usual stuff coming in video-wise. So we've got some things down the pike to look forward to in the near future for sure. So as always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for subbing. Thank you for watching. Hope everyone is doing well, staying safe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.